Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Lizelle Duggar. I'm the clerk of court for the city of Charlottesville. Today I get to do one of my favorite parts of the 872 duties I have under the Code of Virginia, and that's to swear at people. And legally. So this is one of the perks of my job, is I administer the oath of office to our elected officials, to our chief of police, to people who serve on boards. So without further ado, I am going to ask soon-to-be Chief of Police Brackney to come up here. Thank you. So I'm going to say it, and you're going to repeat after me. Thank you. If you could please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name.
I, RaShall Brackney,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as the Chief of Police
as the Chief of Police
for the City of Charlottesville,
for the City of Charlottesville,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God. Thank you.
All yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. I know our mayor is here. Our mayor's here, our counselors, community members, family, friends, my new CPD family that is here, and my old family, my husband, and my daughter who's actually watching live stream from college, or so she said. She had to study, and that's why she couldn't be here. So I want to thank you. I want to thank the community of Charlottesville. And one of the reasons I want to thank you is you had the opportunity to choose whoever you wanted as a chief of police. And I'm honored that through the process that I was the one that you chose to serve this community. Community is often described and based in geographical terms, right? We talk about community based on locations. But I'm hoping, as the chief of Charlottesville, we can expand that definition so that community means those of us who have shared values, we have shared vision, we have a collective way in which we are about to go about our policing business. And what I'm hoping is that we have the opportunity to bridge a gap in the communities that we serve, and that those communities are willing to step forward and meet us halfway to that. I know that Charlottesville has a shared set of beliefs and shared set of ideas around what it means to be inclusive and to be diverse. And we're hoping that that conversation can expand to law enforcement. I am absolutely excited to be here to serve as your new chief of police. And I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. I expect and hope that the mayor and I, we've talked about getting out in the community together so that we can hear what the concerns and the needs of the community are, and that we look face to face at each other and see where we are missing and where that gap is between the communities that we serve. Law enforcement, we can't afford to run away from some of the things that have been said about us. We have to embrace it, we have to move forward, and then we have to understand that collectively we can shape and contour the conversation, not only for Charlottesville, but for the nation at large, of how we police and how we engage successfully with communities. So thank you for coming today. I will be here afterwards, and I'm sure the mayor is up next for a few words. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Said evening. I'm really excited about today. It was the first major decision that I've made with the other 4 counselors, and I think collectively we sat in the room and was very, very excited about Chief Brackney and what she would bring to the city. I think that she will be able to, and that is our hope, bridge the divide that we currently have in our city between citizens, especially Black citizens who live in predominantly low-income communities, and law enforcement. What has traditionally happened in Charlottesville, I think we all sat at the table and watched her and thought that we could shift that and we could change that. And when we're talking in terms of community, as she said, I think that we can get on the path to where we begin healing with her. So I'm excited to have you. Welcome. I know that my colleagues on council, we all sat at that table and knowing the decision we had to make, not knowing what was going to come this year during the anniversary of August 12th, and thought that we had a person who could help lead this community in a direction of healing. And so as I've asked, and I hope that all of us are on board with moving towards a vision where everyone in Charlottesville believes that it is a world-class city and that we can thrive. And I appreciate you for accepting our offer, and I appreciate the citizens of Charlottesville for being open and embracing, because it wasn't just the council panel, it was almost every panel, I think, except one, that thought that at the time Dr. Brackney, and now Chief Brackney, was the person to help lead our city in a new direction. And so, welcome and thank you.
So the chief is going to be available for comments to the press in a little bit, but I would like to invite the press and their camera. She is going to be signing officially her oath. So if you guys want that as a nice piece to lead into your story for the 6 o'clock news, come on down.
Take care. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I think that concludes our swearing-in ceremony. I am going to sign these oaths, and I'm going to disappear, and you guys can talk to the chief.